About 25 years ago, the Royal Enfield bike's iconic thud-thud almost fell silent. If not for this man.
We really understood what people wanted. We are a consumer-first company. What do our consumers want? What will they want 5-10 years from now?
Siddhartha Lal, who took up the reins of a more than 100-year-old company in 2000, forever changed its course to make it a hit among the Indian masses. Eicher Motors, which makes Royal Enfield, reported its strongest ever performance in the third quarter of 2024-2025 with a consolidated profit of 1,171 crores, up from 996 crores last year. Royal Enfield's CEO credits this achievement to the sales of Royal Enfield's Hunter 350.
These are motorcycles by motorcyclists for motorcyclists. That's what we stand for.
And today, Royal Enfield is a rage among the masses in India and abroad. But how did this happen? This is what I'll be talking about in this video. I'm Jeff Curtis, and at Invested by FYERS, that's what we stand for. Breaking down business brilliance, decoding iconic turnarounds, and bringing you stories that don't just entertain, but inspire action. To understand how Siddharth changed Royal Enfield's course, we need to first go into the company's history. It is 1855 in Redditch, England. Royal Enfield has just begun its operations. But it's not making motorcycles, it's making needles. However, this doesn't last long. At the end of the 19th century, the business diversified and they start making bicycles. After Royal Enfield made their first bicycles, it was not long before they started to make bikes. In 1899, their first powered vehicle rolls off the Enfield production line. For the next few years, Royal Enfield grew significantly, adding larger engines and even built models specifically for women. During World War I, they came up with motorcycles with sidecars. But their real breakthrough came in 1932 when they released an iconic motorcycle that is remembered even today, the Royal Enfield Bullet. In the late 1940s, Royal Enfield began having an Indian connection. K.R. Sundaram Iyer and his nephew K. Ishwaran Iyer had built a formidable business by importing and selling Royal Enfield motorcycles in Madras. When Madras Motors placed an order for 500 bullets on behalf of the Indian Army in 1952, the Redditch factory in the UK had a new #1 customer. In 1955, a legally binding partnership was formed between Madras Motors and Royal Enfield, and Enfield India was born. In the same year, the Indian Army ordered Royal Enfield bikes for border patrols and military transport. They needed rugged bikes for rugged terrain, and Royal Enfield fulfilled this requirement. The Bullet 350 became the Army's official motorcycle, and for the next decade, Royal Enfield became the go-to bike for every bike lover, officers and highway riders. But this wouldn't remain for too long. In the 80s, things started to go downhill. Japanese motorcycle brands like Honda, Yamaha and Suzuki entered India, offering lighter, faster and cheaper bikes. And all of a sudden, Royal Enfield had competition. Their bikes could no longer keep up and became outdated. By the 1900s, Royal Enfield was a struggling brand with declining sales and an aging customer base. In 1994, a ray of hope came in when Eicher Motors, a company known for its commercial vehicles and tractors, stepped in and acquired Royal Enfield. Royal Enfield still had to wait for 6 more years before anything could happen, and the bikes they were making still had no takers. In 2000, a 26-year-old Siddharth was appointed as the CEO of Royal Enfield, the son of Vikram Lal, the co-founder of Eicher Motors. Siddharth was a young, passionate and most importantly, a biker at heart. When he came in, he spent a lot of time riding the bikes himself, and he found out that they broke down a lot. They were expensive to fix and they used old-fashioned technology. With this knowledge, he made 2 big changes. The new approach worked. By 2005, Royal Enfield was selling 25,000 bikes a year, which was 10 times more than in 2000. The success of Royal Enfield under Siddharth's leadership can also be seen in the value of Eicher Motors shares, which have gone up by an incredible amount, about 1,000 times more in the last 23 years. His approach of blending tradition with innovation became a hallmark of Royal Enfield's resurgence. The launch of the 500cc Classic in 2008 and the 350cc Classic in 2009 further solidified Royal Enfield's place in the market. These models retained the signature rugged look that made the bikes iconic but ensured that they were more refined and reliable than ever. This revival of engineering made Royal Enfields smoother, stronger, and better suited for long-distance touring. But this was not just it. Under Siddharth's leadership, Royal Enfield wasn't just selling motorcycles, it was selling a lifestyle. The brand became synonymous with adventure, freedom, and the open road. It fostered a community of riders who were not just customers, but brand ambassadors. Events like the Royal Enfield Rider Mania and the Himalayan Odyssey brought together riders from around the world, solidifying the brand's cult status. And this community-driven approach became crucial in building a loyal fan base that extended beyond India. Siddharth had a bigger dream for Royal Enfield. He wanted it to be a global leader in the mid-weight motorcycle segment. By 2010, Royal Enfield was selling 50,000 bikes annually, but he wasn't done yet. He consolidated production to a single platform, which helped streamline operations, and by 2014, the company was selling almost 589,000 units. One of the most remarkable aspects of this revival was the brand's expansion outside of India. Today, the company not only possesses a huge fan base in India, but also commands a 30% market share in the United Kingdom as well. Royal Enfield is the world's oldest motorcycle brand in continuous production. It stands tall as a symbol of timeless appeal, freedom, and adventure. There are 4 main reasons why Royal Enfield succeeded among the masses under Siddhartha Lal. Number 1. Royal Enfield managed to enter a niche market that almost had no competitors. Number 2. They focused on building a brand, not just selling a bike. Number 3. They managed to expand globally and tapped into the nostalgia of its birth country, the United Kingdom. And number 4, Royal Enfield focused on word-of-mouth marketing rather than spending millions on advertisements. One thing is clear, Royal Enfield is here to stay. This is more than just a story of a motorcycle brand. It's about revival, reinvention, and relentless vision. From the edge of irrelevance to becoming a global cult icon, Royal Enfield is proof that even the most legacy-driven businesses can roar back to life if they focus, adapt, and build with purpose. So do us a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to Invested by FYERS, and share this with someone who had no idea that Royal Enfield almost shut down. And remember, every business has a story. We just help you invest in the ones worth knowing.